part 8 of how I got scammed by my Nigerian husband. And again, I want to throw out a disclaimer that my book will be ready in another couple of weeks. I would love for y'all to go because there's a whole lot of things that I'm not talking about here just because I'm freaked out about saying it out loud. But I definitely wrote about it in the book. I'm still kind of struggling with the title, but feel free to leave in the comments what you feel like thus far would be a great title for this whole ordeal. So we picked the story up. I went home, of course, in May, and I came back in December. Now, while I was here in the U.S., I had already planned on going in December because, hello, anniversary. It's our 1-year anniversary. I want to go. I want to have this romantic time with my husband. It's our first anniversary. I'm super excited about it. Even though between May and December, it's a battle. We are arguing constantly because he wants what? More money. And I am working like a Hebrew slave at this point. My sister and I had started our business and I was spending so much time working. I was working my work from home job during the day. When I got off my work from home job, I am outside. Me and my sister is making this business boom. Like we are doing so great. We started a luxury Airbnb cleaning business. We had a steady contract working for a multimillionaire. We were cleaning his house. We had a staff of like 10 people. Like we were killing it. And I'm talking about quick. It just picked up like crazy. So at one point I was like, if I devote 100% of my time to this business, then I will probably be getting double the money. So I took a leave of absence from my day job and I am hustling. Me and my sister was doing big things. We even had the kids working for us. My son quit his job. He was working for our cleaning company. My daughter, when she got off of school, she was making good money. She had a job. She was working at the local grocery store. But when she saw how much money we was bringing home, she was in it to win it. We was making good money. We had our employees going. Everything was going really smoothly. So when I'm preparing for this trip in December, at that point, my sister had taken a job too. So she was out of town. So she was still doing scheduling and things like that and payroll. And we were just dividing the responsibilities while she was out of town. And because she had took a contract out of town. Anyway, so the business is doing great. But I got this trip scheduled for Nigeria and ain't nothing about to stop me from that. So I, took on extra jobs so that I could, that I was doing myself so that it would not be a part of the business money. It would be like my personal money that I was saving for the trip. Our multi-million-dollar client knew that I was going to Nigeria. So she was giving me stuff, asking me to do stuff for her just to help give me additional money. Like, for instance, she had went out of town, her and her family, for like a week, and they had 3 dogs. And she was like, why don't you stay in the mansion, for a whole week? And we talking about like a 8-bedroom mansion, upstairs and downstairs, full theater, indoor pool, outdoor pool, jacuzzi, everything. It was a beautiful house. All I had to do was hang out. I had a guest bedroom that was my room. My child was there. She had a bedroom that was her room. These people put food in the house for us, left us their DoorDash account so that we could order food if we didn't want to buy food. And that lady paid me a ridiculous amount of money to stay in her house for a week. And she even told me when she was leaving, this is because you're going out of town and, I want to make sure that you have a great time with your husband. So, one of his friends was getting married and I was going to leave before the wedding, but I ended up, because I got paid so well, being able to switch my ticket so that I could stay longer for the wedding. And I had my full staff, so I was able to book those jobs and make the schedule. And then my sister and my daughter handled the payroll to pay the employees and everything while I was in Nigeria. So I bought my computer, my little laptop that I used for booking and doing the schedule and all of that stuff, and accepting jobs and things like that with me. So while I was in Nigeria in December, I was still working. But, the hours are different. So we're 8 hours ahead. So I could do this late at night or early in the morning and still stay on top of stuff. But funny enough, I had an employee that was going to the jobs and giving his business card to some of my clients and underbidding me drastically. So while I'm in Nigeria thinking that all is well, it took this person about a week and a half to steal about 65% of my clients. So what a situation. So while we was in Nigeria, we had a huge argument. I talk about it in the book, what sparked the argument. But his friend in trying to get us back together. His friend is a very sweet man. I would love to say his name, but I don't want to. But he knows who he is. And I want to thank him for all of the effort and all of the help, all of the advice he gave to me, all of the advice that he gave to this ungrateful person that didn't listen to any of it. Definitely want to thank you for that. And you will always be a friend to me, even now. Even though I don't want to talk to half the people he know, none of the people he know, but this friend. But anyways, we had this big falling out, and the day before our actual anniversary, me, him, and his new wife, because he got married after we were there. So the day before our actual anniversary, he picks us up from the hotel and takes us to the bar that he took us to my first time being in Nigeria, the first night. And he asked me, "You remember where we are?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You were so happy that night. Try to look for that happiness." And I did try to look for that. And I had a whole conversation with him there. And we, I guess, sorted everything out at that point. We went to his wedding. I was very, very jealous when I saw how beautiful the wedding was, how beautiful everything was, how amazing he treated his wife, and how hard he worked to give his wife that wedding. And it made me feel a way, because I felt like I was deserving of that too, but I was with somebody who didn't want to put forth that same effort for me, right? So, I'm going to continue on with I think we had part 8, I don't know, where the plot thickens when I get home.